Well, g'day everybody, and welcome back to European Truck Sim. On this, the 25th, which in Australia is a very significant and very meaningful day because today is Anzac Day. As you can see, I've set up an Iveco with some Australian colours. You'll also notice that as well as the Australian colours, I have also put Turkish flags on the roof of the truck, and I will explain why momentarily. So we're doing a little run from Nice down to Genoa. Unfortunately, I don't have any Turkey DLC or anything like that. Otherwise, I would have done a trip there. So let's just start this beast up and get this trip underway. I thought I'd drive the Iveco for this. I have the obviously the flag DLC, not the flag DLC, the Australian Paint Jobs DLC as well. So, which I purchased today so that I could stick the Australian theme on this truck. So I hope everybody's well. That you're enjoying your gaming, as I would always say. Let's get out of here and let's talk a little bit. For those of you that don't know anything about Anzac Day, let's talk a little bit about Anzac Day, so that maybe you guys can understand it too, and understand why it's so important in this country and in New Zealand and in Turkey. So we'll get out of Nice. We're taking, I think we're taking railway, what are we taking? Train axles, there you go. I knew it was a railway job of some sort. So that's what we're doing. Our trip isn't a very long one, 2 hours 53 minutes. I didn't think that I'd do a super long trip this time. And we'll probably be sitting in the cab most of the time. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here in Nice, and it's probably about 8 o'clock at night here in Oz. So opposite ends of the day. I tested out, as you probably watched my video, I tested out the 1.3 update for ATS, and it's currently in testing for ETS as well, and it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it so much in ATS that I'm looking forward to it coming out in ETS as well. So I will slightly modify my profile, sell off all of the mod trucks that I have, and that I have drivers driving in, and replace those with stock standard trucks. And I might, other than one or two little mods, I might just run stock standard from now on. I will see. Thanks to I am considering installing pro mods again. But I will probably wait until after the 1.3 update has come out, so that I'm not installing that and then having to uninstall it, or wait for that to update when the 1.37 comes out. I don't think it'll be too long, so. But it will be good. It will be very exciting. In fact, I got into this truck and I almost tried to roll the windows down. But obviously I cannot. Alright, so we will get around here. I do need to make sure that there's no traffic coming. I probably stuck my head out far too far there. Or stuck the nose of the truck out anyway. I was running one of these Ivecos in one of my previous profiles, and I was actually quite enjoying it, so I thought I'd do it again. So the 25th of April, what? Oh, dude. I was over in this lane, and he just came roaring up and hit me. Congratulations, SCS, on wonderful AI development. So what does the 25th of April mean in Australia? The 25th of April is Anzac Day. On this day, 105 years ago, in 1915, 105 years ago, the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps landed at Gallipoli. And on that morning of the landing, they lost more than 2,000 soldiers landing on that beach at Gallipoli, and their prime purpose of landing on the beach at Gallipoli was to push back the Turks and to assist in the takeover of, the Ottoman Empire, which is basically Turkey now, but to push them back and to take over and capture Constantinople, and that was their primary purpose. The plans were that they would make way and clear the beaches for a full-on naval assault and naval landings, and unfortunately they got caught in a battle in the trenches for months and months and months, and it was one of the most brutal battles in that war. So that's what Anzac Day is about. That's why it's very special for Australia, for New Zealand. And that's why today we're doing a trip in the Australian colours with the Anzac nameplate on the front of the truck. There we go, $12 toll paid. In memory and in honour of all the soldiers that have fallen, not only at Gallipoli but in all wars prior and all wars since. So unfortunately, due to the current circumstances and the coronavirus, the dawn services that would normally take place and attract thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of people all over the country, all over both countries, Australia and New Zealand, couldn't take place. So instead, communities got together and, they didn't get together, but they organised for people to stand at the end of their driveways with a candle burning at 0600 this morning. So from 05:55 I was standing out at the end of the driveway. I had a couple of candles burning, and at 0600 a neighbour was kind enough to play the trumpet at 0600, so it was quite beautiful really, and quite emotional. So I guess that despite Anzac Day being about Australia and New Zealand and Turkey, the Turkish in a sense, because the Turkish lost tens of thousands of soldiers during these battles, as well as Australia and New Zealand on the day of the landing, which was the 25th. We lost over 2,000. Australia lost over 2,000 soldiers, but overall in that battle we lost more than 20,000. So it's nice to recognise that, and it's important that we continue to recognise that, and that we teach our children to recognise that as well. But on a day like today, it's also worth recognising those soldiers from all countries who are currently serving overseas in war zones and are away from their families, and they are doing it for their country, and to respect and honour everybody who has ever lost their lives defending their countries like that. So a very special day, a little bit of a special trip in Euro Truck Sim today. especially running the colours and running the Turkish flags on the top of the truck in honour of all the Turks that have fallen as well. So because I've been talking this whole time, I haven't been taking much note of the scenery, but I must say in Euro Truck Sim, Italy is probably my most favourite country to drive in. The scenery is absolutely beautiful, and in fact I have, as well as having a truck yard at Nice, which is where we left off from, I also have one based in Italy as well, because I love to do a lot of driving out of there. So the scenery through here, I think, is probably some of the best scenery that SCS have done in any of their truck sims. So can I get over it without this guy running into us? Yes, I can. I still don't trust the AI in this. Unfortunately, it seems that every time SCS bring out an update, the AI get a little bit worse. I'm not sure. So there's Genova. We've got to stay in this lane. We're heading to Genova. Yeah, they seem to get a little bit more and more crazy every single time, so... Is everybody else looking forward to the 137 update coming out on Euro Truck Sim, and how are you preparing for that? Are you getting rid of a lot of your mods and stuff like that to so that when the 137 does come out, it's a very smooth transition and there's no messing around? Or are you just going to leave it until the last minute? Me, I would prefer, obviously, as I said, to might throw that Jake brake on there. I would prefer to get rid of all that stuff now and be prepared and ready for the update to come out. I'm not exactly sure how long before it comes out, but I don't think it'll be too long, in the sense of they've already got it all down pat for ATS, and everything seems to work as it should in ATS, so hopefully they're not very far away from releasing it on Euro Truck as well. I keep my eye out so I don't get sideswiped there. I have a bad habit of getting sideswiped in those toll booths, so... It's funny, I complain a lot about the way stations in ATS, which I haven't been through one since the update, by the way, but apparently they've changed as well. But I complain a lot about those way stations and and the amount of toll booths in Europe that you have to stop at are incredible. I'm glad that there's drive-throughs in them now, because once upon a time I used to stop at all of them, pay my toll with the enter key, and carry on. So. Alright, so we're in Genova now. As I said, not a very long trip today, but just wanted to talk about Anzac Day, and to talk about the Anzacs and the soldiers and all the people who have lost their lives in wars. So I think it's an important thing that we carry that over to our younger generations and try and encourage them. And I know that my daughter's my eldest daughter I try to encourage to be part of it, but my young daughter I will hopefully be able to encourage to join me and be a part of that, so that that tradition is not something that's forgotten like so many things are these days, especially with the younger generation. So, and I think it's important for us older people to make sure that that does happen. Looks like there's a burnt out car over there. Somebody's been for a joyride. Okay, left at this roundabout. I mean, look at this scene. Look at this area. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? All those docks there, the ships being loaded, all the containers. And we are here for our drop-off, which is awesome. Be nice to be able to do a drop-off out there, or actually on the dock. I'm sure there probably are drop-offs for that, so... Alright, what have we got here? Well, you know, this goes all the way around, so... What I might do... is I might be a bit of a smarty pants here. And run around here. Where are we? And line myself up to hang out this window and reverse hanging out this window. Okay. And you watch. I will mess this up hugely. Just because I said that I'm going to be a smarty pants. Into reverse. Poke our head out the window. Probably a little bit too wide there, I think. But we'll swing it around. That's okay. There we go. That should be alright right there. Okay. Put that in neutral. Undo that. And that's it. A very short one there, but a fun one nonetheless. Alright guys, thanks for watching this episode. A very, very quick episode, but certainly an episode that's in honour of the Anzacs and Anzac Day in Australia. So hope you enjoyed the truck there and the Turkish flags and the Australian theme on the truck. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.